Are you guys excited? John seems really excited, man.
I'm
yeah.
Is that the most offensive intro for a guest ever?
I don't think
It's
so, guys. We have
okay.
Felix with us. Felix is here, the
Felix-
number one
hang on, hold
German
on.
YouTuber.
Hey,
Just number one YouTuber.
I don't know.
So
Yeah,
okay,
I'm a
before we
German
start,
tech YouTuber.
heck yeah. I just want to say how we met because this is like why we're recording at 2 p.m. This is a little bit weird because what time is it by you, Felix?
It's 9 p.m. right now.
Bruh. I'm honestly amazed that John is even sentient.
Dude,
right now.
Same. Same, dude. I'm like hopped up on horse tranquilizers right now to be able to do this episode.
Put that with you to sleep, bro. It's a tranquilizer.
Not for me.
So listen, Jesus. So listen, the reason that this happened, and I want to share this story because I think it was very, very cool, and I didn't share it publicly.
Okay.
The reason that Felix and I connected is because we were both at Apple's iPhone 14 event. And I was all by my lonesome outside looking around for people.
I'm guessing Felix was there like for real.
Getting burned. Yeah, we literally bonded over both being very fair-skinned and like German heritage. And it just made my day because I had like nobody to talk to. And Felix came up to me and he was so nice and so sweet. And I was like, we need to connect to more people outside of just the US. Like I feel like I live in my own little bubble, like a lot of Americans. And there's so many other people that are creating just incredible Apple content. Like, bro, if you just want to see the most satisfying video ever, watch Felix's hands-on of the iPhone 14. It is all in German, so heads up. But it is beautiful. Like I don't know what your guys. No, I'm serious. This is not like. I mean this. It was the most beautiful hands-on that I saw anyone shoot. You guys did something to the cameras or the color, and it was here. I should just pull it up. Why am I acting like I don't?
Yeah, we have the power.
You're saying we have the technology?
Yeah,
oh, wait, I'm sharing.
And Felix can live translate for everybody.
Bro, this thing was crazy. Okay. So let me search this up. Felix.
There he is. That looks like the guy that's on this podcast right now.
Dude.
Yes, exactly. You don't use YouTube Premium? What's going on with you guys? If you do YouTube for a living, it's like the most basic thing to get YouTube Premium. Like this breaks your workflow all the time. What are you?
Huge fan of Felix right now. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but dude, first of all, this looks incredible.
Incredible.
It looks incredible, bro. Look. Okay, show this hands-on, bro. First of all, this was so cool. Nobody else did this.
Dude.
Yeah, they were the sponsor though of the whole video. Like Insta360, they sponsored my trip. So,
bro, look at how do you make video look that good?
Like I was there. Really good.
I was shooting video in the same space, and their color correction.
Dude, were you guys using lights there separately or no?
No.
What?
Out of cam, and most of the shots are handheld as well because you're not allowed to bring a tripod.
What were you using?
You just gotta hold the cam, like in Sony FX3.
Oh,
and
okay.
An external
Same camera
recorder.
I have. But how come my camera doesn't look like that?
That's what I'm saying. Like I was shooting video in the same space, dude, and I watched Felix's video, and I was like, "This is unfair."
This is in our studio, actually.
God, it's
so
pretty.
The old one. We moved into a new one very recently.
Look at that shot.
That's great. Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to share this. So anyway, Felix makes amazing Apple videos. If you guys want to watch him, we'll leave obviously link to his channel.
It's all
we
German,
just have
though. And there are no subtitles. Like I think YouTube does not support the automatic subtitles in German. So
that's fine.
Would have need to like go in there and type in everything manually. And sadly, I don't have the time to do that.
That's fine. You don't need to know. You don't need to know German for this.
No, you just need to absorb the video. Like,
what? Also, Felix, to be fair, like half of our audience doesn't understand English, so we're good. What's the difference?
Okay, so I feel like I don't want to spend too much time on the past because I have something. I feel like the dad of this podcast. Like I'm trying to keep it.
Good luck.
Okay, you see, there's a little something on my wrist.
Yeah, I don't even get me fucking started.
Bro?
That's why I was in a bad mood today. I'm just in a terrible mood.
You didn't get your watch. You didn't get your toy,
my watch isn't here yet.
John.
Every time that I get something for this podcast, it never shows up in time. Never. John. I got my iPhone in time.
I mean, at least you got your AirPods with MagSafe case, so...
Who told him? Who told him?
I listened to the podcast. I was like, okay, if I come on to Genius Bar, I have to listen to the last episode at least.
Oh God!
Could like to know what I'm getting myself into.
Really? There's so many, Felix. You
but
could have heard any of them.
Did you send them back already, or what happened? How did that story continue?
Just sometimes it occurs like that.
Can you tell us why you don't have? So Felix, do you have the Watch Ultra?
Sadly, no. I thought I would get a review unit, but I didn't. So I didn't order one. So now I don't have one.
There.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. Like my schedule is so full already. I'm very glad that the next few days on my calendar are free to move into the new studio finally. So if there's even another Apple product showing up, I just need a break from videos.
He literally went, it's like, hey man, can I come to your party? Oh no, you're not invited. Oh, no, that's cool. I was busy anyway.
I didn't want to come anyway.
Why? No,
but I'm not that huge
Mine
into
is
the
in
watch
Alaska.
anyway. Like, I don't have a watch on right now. It's always like if every time the new Apple Watch comes out, I get it, I try it, I love it for like 2 weeks, and then I forget about it.
Are you just somebody who doesn't like wearing stuff on your wrist?
And the cycle continues.
What?
Do you just not like wearing stuff?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like wearing stuff, and I always forget it. Like, especially in the morning. Like, I'm just like, I'm happy if I can get out of bed and get going. And I can't be bothered to like think about all these things that I have to take with me. Like, okay, I have to get this from the charger, then put this on. I'm happy that I've got the putting my clothes on thing figured out. Like, that's good enough.
Proud of you, Felix.
So Felix has an actual reason. Why don't you have yours, John? Because you're bad at
Mine's
ordering
in Alaska.
stuff?
I'm not bad at ordering stuff. UPS is bad at delivering.
I got 3 Apple Watch Ultras on launch day.
Well, pin a rose on your fucking nose, bro.
You got 3?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I've got an unopened one, and I've got the one that I used in the
You have an
video
unopened
that you guys
one?
will see.
So you guys do not live close to each other at all, or?
No.
So like,
it's 5 hours.
You could visit each other, like enjoy
closer
the
than
watches
what
together,
you live to us,
like good friends. Or Sam can keep all 3 watches to himself.
Yes,
what is the unopened watch that you have?
It's
is it an Ultra?
Yeah.
Why do you have it unopened?
Because I thought I might need it. Because I have been durability testing the Apple Watch Ultra.
Oh,
okay.
And it is very
How's
impressive.
it doing?
Very good. You guys will see. Here, I got some B-roll for us in the background. I'm trying to make this like a real podcast because, look, it's me with the AirPods here. I'll just skip to the unboxing. So yeah, this is my personal one that I have on right now. It's the orange Alpine Loop. It's really nice. I'm just going to say it before I say anything else. This is the Apple product of the year.
Really?
It's not. Wow. It is not even close, dude.
Do you remember that the M1 Max MacBook Pro was released? No, it was released. Don't worry about it. It was released last year.
Last year,
forgot about that one. Yeah.
No, listen, that would be the Apple product
came
of the
out
year.
this year, though, didn't it?
Great product. Not Apple product of the year.
What, Sam?
I have iPhone 14. I still have like multiple.
The new iPhone SE 3rd generation came out this year. Do you realize?
Are you sure, Sam?
Forgot, guy. You got me, Felix. Forgot about the Apple Watch. Oh, the Apple Watch SE too came out.
Why is it Apple product of the year? It's what?
Okay, so
it's the biggest jump, probably.
I spent the weekend. It's just you guys have to get.
You're not. Use your words. It's a podcast. Why is it the Apple product of the year? You just went
because he got it this weekend.
It is. No, Felix.
Sorry.
Don't expose me, dude. It is so perfectly sized for my wrist, like. Look at that.
It
like
looks
that is
pretty
like
chunk,
the
though, not gonna lie.
It is so durable. I have scratched it to hell. And I mean, you guys are going to see, if you haven't already, my video on this will be out because, I can also say this because this will be out tomorrow. Luke Miani and I spent the weekend in Ohio crash testing the iPhone 14 and durability testing the Apple Watch Ultra. And the results on both sides were shocking because the iPhone 14 didn't detect any crashes.
Well, I don't think you crashed hard enough. Is that the problem?
Okay, I guess I can show this video because Luke sent it over and it will be out. But I'll talk about my experience with the Ultra. My video is not fully edited yet. Dude, it is everything Apple's hyped it up to be and more.
Okay.
John, you are going to get this watch. And Felix, you got it. Just give yourself 2 weeks. Like, first of all, it looks beautiful, right? Second of all, it is the pro Apple Watch. Like, it is everything I've wanted to see. It's better battery, bigger screen, more usable display, tougher, like stronger screen, more scratch
better
resistant.
pizza, better ingredients, Papa John's.
Yes.
Papa Watch.
Felix,
you have to order one. Like, don't even make a video on it. Just go to the Apple Store and get one, please.
Okay.
I feel
one question that I have. One thing that I really wanted to try out in the hands-on area and I was not able to because they didn't let us was the siren. I mean, I understand why they didn't let us because it's probably pretty annoying, but how loud is it actually? Like, does it hurt in your ears?
Give it to us, Sam.
Okay, no. The siren was the most disappointing part.
Oh.
It does not get nearly as loud as... Okay, now, inside, it might be different. I tested this outside, and I walked 600 feet away from Luke.
Do it right now.
I forgot I can just...
Oh my God. Prepare your eyes, people.
No, it's not
ears.
bad.
God damn
so here we go.
English. That's it?
That's it?
Okay, it gets a little louder inside. I see why they did... Okay, I was doing it outside. It wasn't this loud. So I can see why in the hands-on area they wouldn't have let... We're going to stop that. I do see why in the hands-on area they did not like...
Oh, God.
Okay, outside, though, where it is actually going to be used predominantly, it wasn't that loud.
Disappointing.
Loud.
Might as well return it, honestly.
The siren's the only disappointing part, though, of the watch. Dude, it's... let me just find part of Luke's video to first talk about crash detection on the watch, because this was crazy.
I feel like you didn't crash hard enough, Sam.
Yeah, like, how you like,
you're in one piece.
Or did you do a bike crash? What happened?
Yeah,
or did you
I'm trying to find the video. I just sent it to myself.
Or did you just like brake really hard with the car?
No.
Or was there an actual crash?
Bro.
Also, right, you went to Ohio to do this. Ohio's a shithole, huh?
Yeah, Ohio wasn't my favorite spot, John. But
first of all, Sam didn't even know Ohio was a state like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But that is, Felix, that's where I'm from. That's where I grew up. And it's like,
okay.
If a garbage can was a state, that's Ohio.
Let me show you some clips from this video because they are bonkers. Okay.
Yep, that's Ohio, dude. That's Ohio.
Where are we? You're in my establishing shot. Bro, what are we doing here?
So we got the YouTubers. We got the iPhone 14 Pros.
We got the Apple Watch Ultras.
Now all we need is a car. So I'm thrilled to introduce to you the 1999 Nissan Altima GXE. Never before has there been...
So listen, we get the cars. Okay. We start having some fun with them.
Time if you're, let's say...
Oh my God, that leopard print on the seat is
oh my God,
horrible.
All right.
So let's start out with the
what's
actual
that on
crashes.
the steering wheel? No, was it on there when you got the car, or
no? We especially went and picked up the stuff, Felix. We got the leopard print.
Love it.
So here's where we actually start testing stuff.
That's not just going off all the time.
My God,
if you're just being a little
this direction, I don't really like the way you're driving.
No respect.
Hey! Stay on that side.
You stay on this side.
I'm turning.
chaos.
I'm turning left. I'm backing up.
Well,
We're not backing
that's
up.
not the type of crash they were talking about.
I know,
right?
they just tap each other lightly.
Oh, we're good. Oh yeah, we're fine. It's just like, just kind of one of those days.
The fact that Sam is in one piece right now makes me think they didn't crash hard enough.
Okay, now I want to show you the actual crashes.
Okay, that was just the appetizer
I
crash.
think that might be a goose.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you.
I think that was a goose.
You'll tell me when I get too close to like anything behind me, right?
Yeah, no, I'll let you know if you're getting too
my
close.
God.
Yeah, no, I can't see super well. So like, I don't know. This looks.
That was not.
Was a crash detected?
There was.
No crash. Bro, how did no crash detected on that? Bro, the window shattered and the car door is dented in.
Okay, you can get that. Have you ever seen a fender bender happen? Dude,
bro,
go back to Apple's event. The car crashes they were showing were devastating.
One in our
listen, so that's one we did. Okay, you're not sold yet.
No, I'm not sold yet.
Show us the hardest crash that you got.
So look, that's nothing crazy.
Bro, that was...
Look.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, dude, come on.
No, that's not. It has
that is a severe crash where you
no,
have
it's
to call
not.
911.
They were showing crash. Do you know how it works?
All right.
They were showing crashes where the car comes to a complete stop. You were just like,
John, I think Sam set us up there. He can't possibly believe that is a real car crash. That's not what
Have you ever been in a car crash, Sam? I will ask that.
Yeah, and okay, hold on. The majority of car crashes are not deadly. And they are smaller interactions.
That's what the fucking crash detection is for when you are unconscious.
Okay, well then explain this, Mr. John.
Thought surely the iPhones would. Neither phone detected.
Look at this.
And as a bonus, crash this big.
Come on.
Should have gone off there. I'm not going to lie. I feel like it should have gone off.
Okay, you want to see the most...
No, I'm still not sold, to be honest.
Okay,
Felix isn't sold yet.
I've got the clip at the end to sell you, okay?
Okay,
so, here, you can argue, even though Apple says front impact... Okay, to be clear, why are we doing it? Why are we doing it like this and not doing 80 miles an hour? Number one, safety. Number two, Apple says it will detect a front impact, rear impact, side impact. That's all that we did. It never went off a single time. So we said, okay, we have to take this a step further. Let's do a rollover. John,
what?
Please show the video.
Watch it and really get hit, but like, I mean, it was there.
With still no crashes being detected, we decided it was time for the big one, a downhill rollover crash test.
What have you done? No. It's rolling pretty easy though. That wasn't enough, Sam.
Okay.
Bro, what do you mean?
I could be in that rollover and be fine.
Beep bop, beep bop.
What's that? Is that the sound of machine learning?
Yes, it
is. Learning.
It is. But John, it's not just that. It's also the sound of money.
The sound of money in banking that never goes offline and it is your friend and detects fraud.
Oh my gosh, with Random Forest, you know how we feel about Random Forest, bro.
We love Random Forest detecting fraud and snapping up all the people that are frauding.
Yes, they hide in the trees, and if you're frauding, they go. Yeah, that's what CapitalOne does because they also have casual models to monitor mobile app outages constantly to make sure that they don't have outages.
Don't even get me started. You and I have past experiences with banks where, like, trying to use your debit card, and it's just out for 5 hours on a Tuesday.
Not great. It's not. I mean, today's Tuesday. I couldn't imagine. No, today's Monday.
It's Tuesday for everybody else.
Yeah. It is.
I did that on purpose, and you messed it up.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Listen, they've got machine learning at the edge. I mean, what else is there to say other than like this is the Bank of Genius bar?
This is the Bank of Genius bar, and also it's like one of those brands that's like you you know what Capital One is, all right? They are gracing us with their presence just so we can say the catchphrase.
Hey, John, you should search machine learning at Capital One.
Should I at CapitalOne.com?
Potential machine learning is so big. See how Capital One is using machine learning to create the future of banking.
The future of banking, because Capital One.
What's in your wallet?
Nailed it. Back to the show.
But the thing is, Sam, I think you have a very big misunderstanding about how the feature actually works, like how the watch and the phone are supposed to realize when there's a crash occurring. Like, this is an artificial intelligence tool. It got trained by real data on how real crashes occur. And this is not how a real crash occurs. Of course, the car rolled over, something happened, but it didn't like move before. It didn't drive before, like, at all.
Look at the road
Like-
of this car.
Like, a crash is like an...
I mean, you're
a crash
right.
stops you from driving. Like, you're driving and then you have a crash. So first of all, the iPhone and the watch will detect if you're even driving. And when you're driving, it looks out for a crash.
I mean, yes.
That's a really good point, because the GPS data will know that you've been moving for a certain distance for a certain period of time, and it's like, oh, he's driving. For this, you just like went from like, I don't know, 10 feet that way to 10 feet this way.
But here's the thing. If you're saying if I'm stopped at a stoplight and somebody just T-bones me, that you're saying that the crash detection isn't going to go off when I could be fully dead.
Well, it knows.
No,
it will have known you were driving
if you can be
already.
fully dead, the impact would have been so hard that it will probably go off. I mean, I can't say. I haven't tested it.
The way
But
the issue is, the way you're doing a crash test would be the same effect as just dropping your phone.
But
Yeah,
Apple
like,
says
you have
they
to-
not only take into account the G-force and accelerometer, they also take into the sound from the microphone.
So just go.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we would have had to call. My argument is we would have had to call 911 in every single one of these incidents.
Well, yeah,
Every
but you are
single
able
one?
to call 911. This is for when you're not able to call 911.
But
That's why it's like, hey man, we think you were in a crash. You cool? And you say yes or no. If you can't get to it, it will call for you. That's the point.
okay. Here's what doesn't make sense in our testing.
Oh, this video is gonna get so much. Oh, this is gonna be so.
What is up, guys?
So-
Tech Rex
okay,
here.
so
in this video, I've
for
got
you
the
guys, the
iPhone
video's not
14
out yet.
Pro, and we are going to be
Can you pause that?
testing-
Yeah.
Okay, for everyone else, the video that you are seeing today, or the videos that are out today, for us, it's not out yet. We're pre-recording this the day before, so I can't confidently say that there's going to be a bunch of criticism, but I think it's going to be a really fun video, and people are going to be really like happy with how funny it is. But I'm worried about, you know.
I think the entertainment value was right there. I still am in love with the Leo print and the thing you got for the steering wheel. That's hilarious. But the thing
here's
is
my
that
point.
is just totally not how artificial intelligence works. If you train something on a real data set, like it's almost like it has superpowers to detect a real crash, and it can distinguish it from like other things, because you have to think about who's liable if 911 gets called, right? Like, if your phone drops and your phone calls 911 and there's like the whole fire brigade is coming to rescue your dropped phone, who's going to pay for this? So Apple is probably really cautious on when they trigger this function and when they don't. So they use it for the hardest crashes where you're probably unconscious and you can't really call 911 on your own. And they will probably train the artificial intelligence model like with real crash data from real severe car crashes. And real severe car crashes is not what you guys tested.
Well, I think that, like, okay, so the fact that it listens for crashes too, that's just part of it, because you could also just be sitting there and watching a movie where there's a car crash and it has to know the difference. And I think the difference is all of the data in one thing. And I think that because they're not disclosing what the thresholds are, who knows? It could be like, okay, the car has to be moving at least 40 miles an hour for this amount of time, and then it has to come to a full stop, and we have to hear this crash for it to like actually be affected. We just don't know the thresholds that they use.
So here's what doesn't make sense to me, because sure, that's very possible. Although as a consumer, the rollover, it should have gone off. There's no question. They don't get slack from that. Okay. I understand the other ones were maybe the accelerometer, but you could be stationary or you could slide off of a mountain and roll over.
Sam, but that's not a crash. You fell.
That is
you fell.
But the Apple Watch has fall detection too, John.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, listen. We will continue this after I show you this video because this doesn't make any sense to me.
Also, Sam, what are the chances that the car just starts rolling from a stationary perspective?
Yeah, without
usually
impact.
You're moving.
The rolling started slowly. Like there had to be some kind of impact to start the rolling. Like maybe you should have tested it by driving into the car with the truck real hard to get it to roll down.
Yeah,
the
it's just like the car's sitting there, and all of a sudden it starts to slowly roll. Like it got pulled over. It didn't roll over. It got pulled over.
I think it should have gone off. Here's why. TechRax tested the same thing.
Ooh.
Bro.
Okay.
That was slower than every single one of ours that we did and less intense because it moved and absorbed the shock. And it goes off.
Crash detection is not detected. Oh. Okay. It looks like you've been in a crash.
So this doesn't make any sense.
We got a delay
it goes off
of
in
like
that super
maybe, I don't know, 10
light,
seconds.
Like
iPhone will trigger
shock absorption.
Okay, guys,
and it goes off and it works. So that's why we were so confused.
It works. I'm going to go ahead.
And I believe in this one as well, like it went very fast. Like that's in slow-mo.
Yeah, of course it was TechRax.
And again,
yeah, no surprise there.
4, 3.
But here's what I'm saying.
Stop.
Why is it going off in those circumstances? We replicated that test 15 times and it didn't go off. So my takeaway from the video is that I want more clarity from Apple. I don't understand why when a car rolls over, it should be triggered, bro. If the gyros, like I just don't, if you hear that crushing sound and the phone is going like this, even if it was trained by data, there are case scenarios where that is a severe car crash to me. A door getting dented in very severely. Like I saw this in person. Maybe in the video it doesn't come across, but like in person, I was gasping on every single one of these crashes. Like I hope the people inside of the car are okay. In all of those cases for myself, I would have wanted my phone to do that just in case, because everyone has a different pain threshold. For some people, like 5 miles an hour can give them back issues. Like for a lot of those people, they could have hit their head on something and go.
Yeah, you can call 911 with back
perfect
issues.
Example. When I bumped, okay, let me show you a perfect counterexample to what we've been talking about. When I bumped into Luke right here, in the first like thing that was just a minor fender bender. Right.
I think that was a goose.
Yeah, right here. So
those days, you know.
I just
right
love this,
here when I'm
country
driving.
of Ohio.
Come on.
It hits you.
His girlfriend was sitting next to him, and her head, because she wasn't ready, as you're not, like he was ready for this because we're filming a crash detection. She wasn't paying attention. Her head slammed on the camera, and like she actually hurt her head a little bit, and I felt horrible about it.
She slammed her head on the camera.
Here's the thing.
Filming.
If you are not expecting a crash, you would hit your head on the dash of the car and could potentially.
The sentence you said right now was she hurt herself a little bit. This is not a hurting yourself a little bit detection. This is a crash detection.
My point is I was literally going 5 miles an hour. I don't expect it to go off there. If I did that same thing from 15, which we replicated by crashing the car into something else, your head would be thrown into something. Also, to be fair, you will see how he explains it, and we set up the test. I literally just picked out the highlights of the video. There are so many other crashes that we do in this video. Like, look at this car, dude. It's smoking.
Because it was $300.
I don't know. I'm not
the person
convinced.
who
I'm
is
sorry.
The Ultima is just off into the field.
I mean, like, bro.
Maybe
Look
it
at
just
this.
doesn't go off in Ohio because Ohio's a shithole.
Like, I'm just saying, bro. It should have gone off at least once.
You didn't get it to go off at any point.
That's my argument. I'm not saying every single time it should have worked 100%. Apple says it's for severe crashes. They say it can't detect every car crash. I'm not mad about that. I'm mad that we did around 20 crashes and not a single time, even though in 75% of these you would have had to call. Like,
I know what you're mad about. You're mad because it was probably a lot of work to pull the video off, and I respect that because you have to organize the car, you have to meet to film it, you have to like do all these things, and you didn't get it to work. And that's okay, but I didn't really have the feeling that those type of crashes were even remotely the type of crashes that the crash detection was designed for.
Okay, crash detection in Apple's own words. How crash detection on your iPhone and Apple Watch works. Crash detection is designed to detect severe car crashes, such as front impact, side impact, and rear end collisions, and rollovers involving sedans, minivans, SUVs, pickup trucks, and other passenger cars. When a severe car crash is detected, your iPhone or Apple Watch sounds an alarm and displays an alert. I think the only issue here is that none of these were severe.
bro,
everyone is conscious. Everyone was
She
able to
hurt her head a little, John.
on a camera.
that was when there were people in the car. We did the rollover. There was no one in the vehicle because we're not risking a human life to see if Apple lied or not.
But that's the thing. You're saying you want answers, but the difference, the contrast in that is like we're not risking a human life to see if Apple lied or not, but it is for saving a human life. That's what it's for.
My point is I do not have confidence in this feature reliably working listen, because you guys are watching the video. I literally spent 12 hours with this. I do not have confidence as a person that this would save my life.
If you were in a car, I think if you were in a car crash that was actually life-threatening, it would detect it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. We have to see if, like, I don't know how the government body that does crash testing in the United States is called, but like in Germany we have the ADAC, like, and they're doing like real car crash testing, like with these machines that can accelerate a car real fast, going into a wall, and like when the airbags are going off and they load the car with crash test dummies and all that kind of stuff. I think people like this should test this feature to give us a real answer on if it works or not. Like bumping into each other on the field in Ohio is probably
you how to
not
get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target.
I think, okay, first of all, I want to be clear. You guys are making good points. It's just that they're really pushing this feature. Like, this is not like, oh, and it also has crash detection. Like, they're putting this in a lot of the big ads. And most car accidents that happen are
but
not
is it an accident detection or is it a crash detection?
Well, all accidents are usually going to be, all crashes are accidents, but not all accidents are crashes, I guess.
But none of those were an accident.
English,
they
were on purpose.
These were all crashes.
Oh,
I mean, straight up.
They're coming for you.
Apparently, I mean, here's the thing.
That's Apple.
I'm showing this video of crash testing on Teslas because this is what Felix is talking about. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Put an iPhone in there, and I'm 100% sure it will go off. Like, that's a severe car crash.
Yeah, airbags went off, and we didn't have. I don't think we had airbags in any of these cars because they were old.
For audio listeners, we're watching cars crash.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I want there to be more testing done about this feature.
But why? Because it didn't work in your scenario? It's like,
yeah.
But do you know how entitled that sounds? I want Apple to do this because it didn't work when I did this on purpose at 5 miles an hour. And so you're like demanding answers. You see the problem?
I don't see a problem with testing a feature that they advertise.
You don't trust that they did
Do
the
you
testing?
trust your airbag in your car? Would be my next
trust
question.
they did the testing.
Sam, do you think your airbag in your car will go off if you hit a wall? Do you trust that airbag to go off?
Yes.
Have you ever bumped with your car into another car at 5 miles per hour to see if the airbag goes off because you wanted to find out if you can trust the airbag?
I see the argument. I just listen.
I would have come up with that.
Sorry.
God
I don't
damn
want
it.
to roast you all the time, but I don't think that's a good test.
Hey, I want to see, because again, it is easy to say, haha, your test no work. You guys do wrong thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't think that at all. I'm not going, haha, your test no work.
I think it's still interesting to see that it doesn't go off when you're doing these things. You can learn more about how this feature actually works.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between demanding answers from Apple over this.
I want to know more about their methodology because how does it work? How does it work in TechRax's video on the first try? And we did 20 of very, very similar crashes and not a single time it goes off. Explain that.
I don't know.
I'm worried about the inconsistency.
But
of
I don't
this
think
feature.
It's inconsistent in a severe scenario. I think it's inconsistent because both of you crashed a little bit.
Yeah.
Totally. It's a little inconsistent for little crashes. Can I tell you something, Sam?
Yeah, man.
Productivity was broken.
Really?
You know who else says that?
CluckUp?
Today's sponsor, CluckUp! Yay! CluckUp began with the premise that productivity was broken. There's too many tools to help you. There's too many things to keep track of. Listen, there's separate ecosystems. There's got to be a way to dial this all back, and CluckUp is the one tool to house all of your tasks, projects, docs, goals, spreadsheets, and more. CluckUp is built for teams from 1 to 1,000. We aren't exactly a team of 1,000 plus. We're a team of 2, but we use it too.
But with CluckUp, we could do the productivity of 1,000.
Yes! Genius, Sam. That's why they pay us the big bucks.
Listen, it is packed with all the features and customization options that no other productivity tool has. So, John, you can work the way that you work best, whether we're in project management, engineering, sales, marketing, HR. We got to join one of the 800,000 highly productive teams using CluckUp today.
And all you need to do is use code GENIUS to get 15% off of CluckUp's massive unlimited plan for a year, meaning that you can start reclaiming your time for under $5 a month. Sign up today at CluckUp.com and use code GENIUS. Hurry, the offer ends soon.
Yeah, we just disagree.
What?
I disagree.
How did you notice
I believe the
that?
feature should have gone off in
Were
most
you in
of the
danger? Because that's what
Yes.
it's for. What?
During the rollover, a person that would have been inside the car would have been in danger.
But
I
a
agree
person
on that
also
one with
sitting in the
Sam.
car wouldn't just all of a sudden roll over.
I don't think that when Luke and I were playing bumper cars, that this feature should have gone off. That's not, to be clear, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like,
This is extreme bumper cars.
let me find a good example. Like, I want you to watch some of these. Like,
After a week start,
Wait,
really
Sam, where
up a
do you
notch.
want to go with this? Like,
Oh, God.
I'm trying to find another like
Music.
intense crash. Because like, these were just like bumper cars.
Look at that. No crash. No crash.
Like, bro, it's just a bad look for them to be like, and it not to have even detected anything. Like, look at the back of this car, my guy.
You know, Luke, I'm not an expert
That
in
is a
this.
severe crash. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that it shouldn't have gone off, I just disagree. That's all I can say. I just disagree as someone who was there, that saw it in person, that was in some of these vehicles. I believe car crash detection should have gone off in these scenarios. To me, the back of that car is severe.
Okay. I think that it will be would be desirable for the feature to detect even crashes like this in the future, but I would never even think of to say that they under-delivered on their promise, because detecting crashes like these was never what they promised.
They use the word, what was it,
Severe.
extreme? Severe.
Yeah. But you're like, I want answers from Apple. That is the answer. They said severe.
So I'm so confused. When did you become the Apple stan? Like the
I'm
defense
not, no, that should tell you something. That
is a
should tell
role
you
reversal.
something. That should tell you something, that I'm not an Apple stan, and I just think it's fucked up for you to go, I demand answers because it didn't work in my unique situation. When you never performed a severe crash. And you were like, but
Okay,
listen,
guys.
it didn't just roll over while you were driving. You pulled it over with a fucking strap.
I understand.
That scenario was the same scenario as Bigfoot picking your car up and rolling it down the hill.
Which would have been nice to detect by that.
Yeah, there's no Bigfoot detection.
Like, okay, there's a Bigfoot detection in there now as well.
Yeah, my issue is you sat there and you went, I think it should do this. It doesn't matter what you think, though. It matter. They did the testing. I don't know. We don't know what the thresholds are.
That's what I'm asking.
Why do you need to know the threshold? Severe crash is the threshold. Big crash, big boom.
John, there is no objectivity around severe crash. We don't know what that means.
Severe, life-threatening.
I'm asking for clarity from the company who designed this feature on what that means.
What do you want? Small fine print, like, will not work in your YouTube videos. Like, what do you want?
By the way, guys, did you know that like the Samsung Galaxy had this feature for almost a year now?
And I bet it
Just wanted
works.
to throw that in there.
You want to hear something else, guys, that you didn't get to see from these clips?
Oh, God.
We had a Google Pixel in every single crash that didn't go off either. Oh, this changes the narrative, doesn't it?
No,
Because
it literally doesn't change the narrative. It's the same narrative. It's you. You're the only thing that you are the deciding factor in this. The fact that the Google didn't go off didn't change the narrative. It's the same narrative. It actually proves my point even further.
All of these
that you weren't severely crashing.
I believe that not every crash, but some crashes were severe.
You can't say that. I believe. It doesn't matter what you believe.
I can say I believe because I did the testing, John.
Okay, and your
you walked out of the testing.
Your definition of a severe car crash does not match the definition of Apple of a severe car crash.
I'm gonna go crash my car right now to get out of this.
And I agree.
So I'm just listen. I'm not asking. Oh, Apple, they don't work. They lie. That is not what I'm saying. I am asking Apple for more clarity on what.
I'm pretty sure you said that before.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, I demand this because I am special. That's not what I'm saying, John. I'm saying I want clarity from Apple because why does it work in TechRax's video, but it doesn't work in ours?
Who cares,
but I'm seeing on Twitter for some people it's working.
Okay, I can explain to you why it works with TechRax's video and not yours.
Oh, this should be good.
If his crashes were just that little bit more severe, that could have been enough. Like even like a 2 or 3 miles per hour difference could have been enough to make his test go off and yours not go off. Like Apple has to stick the pole in somewhere. They have to stop detecting a crash at some point. They can't just always, every time the gyroscope detects something and it's a little loud, they can't detect a crash always. The feature there would be so many false positives. So they have to find a point somewhere where they say, okay, this is not severe enough. We're not sure enough if this is a car crash in order to call 911 and get a huge rescue mission started because we are liable for this. So they put in a post somewhere and they say, that's the end.
Yeah, no, that's where we are. That's exactly what happened. As somebody who's used the feature, I would like it to work more than it does now. Because to me, some things that I went through were severe and I would feel better because I just want to know where the threshold is because I'm not super confident in like.
But it couldn't have been that much higher, the threshold. Like,
Maybe.
It's not like if TechRex was able to get the feature to trigger in his video, you just know that you probably didn't have to crash that much harder in order to get it to go up. Like you were probably close with this one. Give it 5 miles per hour more, and it probably would have worked. Like,
see, now I want to go back and find out. I want to go back and find out, but we can't.
Why?
Let's just do it with your Tesla, dude. How bad do you want to prove this?
That was the joke the entire weekend. It's like, we'll just do that. Well, because we would have to go back to Ohio, and I'm not driving 7
No one
hours.
wants to go back to Ohio. I don't even want to go back to Ohio, and I live there.
Speaking of features that don't work all the time like you would expect them to, I was just wondering, have you guys found the 2000 nits on your iPhone 14 Pro display?
Have I found it?
I feel like
have you seen
Felix, I don't go outside. So
when I
so you didn't. Okay, how about you, Sam?
Yeah, when I did my hidden features video, I can actually show you the clip from this. Dude, I got receipts for everything out here.
I believe it can do that. I found the feature on my phone as well. But what I found out is that there have to be very specific scenarios for this to go off.
Okay, what I got.
First of all, the
you
sun
have to be
has
going
to
5
hit
miles
the
an
phone.
hour.
No, you can be standing still, but the actual sun has to hit your phone. Like, we have so bright studio lights in our studio, and they're not bright enough to trigger the feature. So it has to be the real sun, first of all. And then the screen cannot show a certain amount of pixels that are white. Like, if you have like over 50% white pixels on your screen, the screen just goes to 1000 nits and stops. And when you have fewer white pixels on the screen.
How the fuck did you figure this out?
The thing is, in Germany, like, there were a few reviewers that have their review of the phone already out. Like I'm not ready with my review yet. I usually take a lot of time to do my reviews. But they all tried to find it. They were all like, Apple promised us 2000 nits. And they tried everything to find it. And every review that's out says, like, there are no 2000 nits. We weren't able to find it. And the reason is that they put the phone in the sun. They went into the settings app on light mode, where almost all of the screen is white. And they couldn't see a difference because the feature wasn't turning on, because all of the display was white. And I was just like, why is it that Dave 2D in this video is able to show the 2000 nits no problem, and nobody in Germany was able to find it? That doesn't make any sense. So I tried a few different things, and I found out that if you trigger dark mode, so the whole phone screen is black and only the text is white, then the text gets really, really bright, and you can see a huge difference. But it doesn't work if the whole screen is white. And the reason, because this is happening, is, I think, because of overheating. Because if you have all white pixels on the screen and they're all blasting out at 2000 nits, the phone would probably just die in 30 seconds. Like, they would get so hot. So they figured out, if we want to be able to do 2000 nits, we can't do it when the whole screen is white.
Wow. What in the hell? Like, you were just the same way Sam was like, why did it work in TechRack's video? You were like, why did it work in Dave's video?
I mean,
did it work in your video, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge difference. Yeah, that's a huge difference.
It's
but if you open up the settings app, you can see the phone dimming down if you're on bright mode. Like, it gets down to the same brightness as the 13 Pro did.
I think you're right, Felix. I think you're right.
So what do you think about this? Is it like at a point where you say, like, Apple should have clarified this? This is not 2000.
Was this an entire setup to get Sam again?
Listen, to me,
I'm really curious.
I can't. Felix, Felix, you can come on the show anytime you want.
To me, the feature delivering what it said. It said it gets 2 times brighter in direct sunlight. I took it out in direct sunlight. It gets twice as bright.
So if the brightness feature gets triggered in a certain scenario, you're happy. But if with the car crash, it doesn't get triggered in a certain scenario and you're pissed?
I'm upset because I know that I would have.
I think if you got in a severe crash and you ended up in the hospital unconscious, and it didn't work, then you could be upset. But you walked out of there just fine.
Because he wasn't in the car during the rollover.
Yeah.
I think if he would have been in there, he probably would have got hurt.
Well, I think if the car was moving or anything else, but the car just slowly got rolled over. It got pulled over. And a real rollover, the car would fucking hop up and roll over.
Bruh. The Apple.
You're not making any sense, Sam. You're not. You don't understand. Okay, here's the issue. Because I disagree with you, you are dismissing me and saying that, you're just shilling for Apple. That's not, if I don't normally shill for Apple, you should take my opinion more seriously in this context. And I'm telling you.
I mean, we just disagree. That's the only option.
We just disagree, but I'm not an Apple shill for disagreeing.
I'm saying that the level of Apple defense was unexpected.
You told me that the Google Pixel didn't work either.
I'm not defending Apple on this one. I defend common sense.
I'm not defending Apple. I'm just not defending Sam.
And I'm very sorry about this because Sam brought me on the podcast, and I'm very happy. I'm having fun right now.
Dude, I'm having such a great time. I'm thrilled with your presence.
I'm having a great time. I like having conversations like this. I'm not like upset or something. From everything I had seen.
But usually you have to defend yourself against one John. And now you have me as well.
No, it's good. I'm happy that we had a second perspective.
Dude, he kind of looks like my brother.
Felix. I used to have the same glasses as you, but last year I got new ones. So.
Whoa, dude, this is a 3-glass podcast. We ever had that?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Sarah DJ, I think, wore glasses before.
That doesn't count.
But no, I appreciate your feedback. I'm very interested to hear what the audience thinks. I mean, Luke will be more heartbroken than I will be. At the end of the day, guys, this is not my video.
I think it really depends on how you frame it in the video. If the final words in the video are, "I am disappointed. This should have gone off," I think you're gonna hit some criticism. But if the final words in the video are like, "Yeah, pretty interesting that it got triggered during these accidents. Maybe it should have." What do you guys think? You gotta get very different feedback.
And also, I don't think anyone should be heartbroken by the results of this video. Either way, it looks like a fun video. That's our job, is to entertain.
Don't forget the Neoprint. That's the best.
Lab codes.
Hey, what you been looking at online?
Everything, because I've been looking at your browsing history and your data and your passwords because you left everything open.
Wait, what? I was supposed to be talking about you, but now I'm yes anding. Yes, how did you know? Have you been in my walls?
No, I don't have to be because you aren't using a VPN.
Oh, that's so great, because if I got the thing for me, you've got to check out private internet access.
Access! Help get us out of this.
These days, getting on the internet without a VPN is a risky business. ISPs are tracking my every move. John Prosser's profiting off of me. And cyber criminals, who are also John Prosser, are trying to steal my data. It's dangerous. So I can't just stay in safe mode. I need an actual VPN that makes me more anonymous online with super fast access to
Sam,
fast servers.
stop it. Stop it right now. This is a tech audience listening to a tech podcast. They know what a VPN is. We just need to tell them to use private internet access by going to PiaVPN.com/genius and get 82% off plus 3 months completely free. Did that help?
Seriously, John, that's 82%. That's an extra 82% discount when you go to PiaVPN.com/genius. You must go to PiaVPN.com/genius for a truly private digital life. One last time, PiaVPN.com/genius.
Or else. Dude, my brain is going to hurt for the rest of the day. Severe discussion.
And again, we were actually there. I saw what was happening. It is different to see something in real life than just see it on a video. You guys are much more detached from like the actual.
But I have been in car crashes, like many.
You have?
Yes.
Dude, how many car crashes have you been in?
Were you driving or were you just
a couple of them? Yeah.
You still have your license?
Yeah, probably. This is like when I was younger, but I would say 4 or 5 crashes. Yeah.
Wow.
But like Sam's right, the impact in real life is different than what you see on video, but you're also isolated in this moment where the impact is much great. You feel like it's much greater because you're not used to feeling that impact. You wouldn't say that if you felt severe impact.
Yeah, all I want to say is that the motion sensors in the iPhone got upgraded for the feature. Like this is the reason they changed the sensors. To detect forces up to 256 Gs. That's 256 times your body weight. That is extreme. That is a severe car crash. And I think the maximum Gs you pulled on that rollover were probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
most.
there were 2 Gs in the car.
I'm just eating this bar.
I mean, you know that it's the reason that it is in place is to save your life if you are unable and you're not conscious or you are in a situation where you cannot call. And it's like for people that are left alone, stranded on the street, no one saw it, it will call and save your life for you. Yeah. In none of these situations were you unconscious or couldn't make the phone call or...
How do you test that, though?
You get in,
like
test
the
it.
Tesla crash
That's
video.
why you let the big boys test it. Apple tested it. They did it already. You don't test a severe car crash, Sam. That's a stupid idea.
It is.
Okay.
If you tested a severe car... Dude, because I knew you were going to Ohio. If I got a call, and it was like, hey, Sam's not going to make the podcast tonight or like the rest of the nights. Because he's dead. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. The idiot went and tested severe car crashes.
Hey, you guys know what else didn't detect a car crash?
What, Sam?
Hello
None
Fresh.
of the Apple Watches. The Apple Watch Ultra or Series 8 also.
It's almost like they all follow the same criteria.
Crazy. Maybe they even have the same sensors in there.
Oh, what's that? You know what did detect a car crash just now? My heart.
severe car crash.
So one thing that I want to know, like you hyped up the Apple Watch Ultra so much earlier in this podcast. Like you said, it's the best Apple product of the year.
Yeah.
But you are very disappointed with the crash detection.
Yeah, that's just...
I want to know, and you are disappointed with the siren. So what are you hyped?
Okay, those are the 2 smallest parts to watch. No, I'm hyped. The screen, so much nicer, way better to type on, way more usable. The durability, as you will see in my video that's dropping tomorrow, is insane. Like dirt not only gets stuck less, but like it gets cleaned off from this way easier. The actual durability of the display is crazy. It's got, I believe, the same sapphire crystal that like the stainless steel watches had, but because it's like completely flat, it's got this lip. It just like doesn't break, and there's like no scratches on it. I mean, you'll... Bro, I like rubbed it around in rocks and stuff, and you will see.
Did you roll it off a hill?
I'd like to believe.
He heard the Apple Watch Ultra a little bit.
Here's a clip from my video. I'm gonna ignore this. So that's how scratched up the display of the 8 got.
That makes me sad.
That looks brutal.
And look at how perfect it is.
Huh.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so
I'm
like,
gonna be honest. That's cool.
Okay,
Sam,
awesome. I have a question. Now,
really cool.
Okay, can we back up? Can we go to the way Sam was at the beginning of this podcast? Because I feel like if I ask the question now, it sounds like I'm just shitting on you constantly. That's not that. So I just let's rewind.
Just ask it.
Okay, let's rewind. This is normal Sam and John. All right. My question is, okay, is this going to be like your actual everyday Apple Watch? And also for why?
Yes,
like,
and yes.
Okay. I said for why, like because
the bigger screen
typically
is really nice.
in our lives.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe you definitely more so than me, but I don't need so I got one because YouTube, but I probably won't wear that one consistently every single day because I like the fact that the Apple Watch looks like jewelry, at least the stainless steel one. I don't want it to be big and clunky all the time. So is there a reason that you're going over big and clunky over just like, the regular sleek Apple Watch?
It's not that big and clunky.
I mean, and the thing is with watches, do you realize how popular G-Shocks are? Like those are big clunky watches as well. And that's even the reason why they are popular.
Okay, Felix, we've had enough now.
Yeah, what does it feel like? John Prosser's meaning.
And it's also not about the features. Like a very popular watch, for example, is like a Rolex Submariner, or however they're called. I'm not that much into watches. But those are watches that are like watertight to like 1,000 depth or something. Yeah. Nobody goes 1,000 meter deep diving with their Rolex on, but they still like to have this feature because it gives them a feeling. Okay, maybe he does, but it gives them a cool feeling. Like a watch is like a lifestyle accessory, and I think the Apple Watch Ultra speaks to all the people that think about these features as cool. You don't even have to use them in order to enjoy having them on your wrist.
Yeah,
it's like being for even the most extreme situations. Like even if you're a prepper, you probably like the Apple Watch Ultra.
True. You're a doomsday prepper.
Yeah, Sam.
I'm gonna connect that in my head. So the battery life's crazy. I haven't charged this. I took it off the charger yesterday morning at 10 a.m. and it is now 3 p.m. the next day, and I'm at 43%.
Pretty damn good, and you're probably using it a lot right now too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was in the car and stuff, but like I've been looking at notifications, and no, I'm very impressed. This week is going to be the true test because I work out like 5-ish days a week, so this will be like the real, how does it work with workouts? How does it? But no, battery's amazing. I absolutely am in love with the design. The speakers and mics are better. The action button is worth it for that alone. I love the action button.
Do you have an Apple Watch Series 8 or Series 7 at you right now? Like next to you somewhere?
No, it's...
Because one thing I'm really curious about is the...
He left. He's gonna go crazy.
It's the light feature. I'm not sure what's it called in English, but if you in the dark and you want
to
see flashlight.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, you want to see the brightness?
With the 2000 nit screen, it's probably bright, and even the bigger screen. So I think about the Watch Ultra as an upgrade to your body that allows you to just light up every room that you're in. Like wherever you're going, if it's dark,
severely lighted
you can
up. In a severely dark room, yeah.
Exactly. But it's like you can even program that to the action button. Yeah, it's the video just looks very bright.
Oh, I can see it. You can
describe the difference. Is it like
on the video? It looks the same, but in person, it is definitely brighter. Also, you can see how messed up the screen is. From
that makes me so sad.
Yeah, but I think that would be the function I would program to the action button. So whenever you're so dark, you just hit the button.
Oh, that's actually I like that.
Dude, it's amazing. Like this screen is almost flawless after. I mean, the Ion X just doesn't really hold up. I mean, of course it is. It's the cheapest Apple Watch, so I'm not like it should be better. But I'd like to see it a little. I'd like everything to have the stainless steel or the.
Sam would like a lot of things today.
I just want answers. I demand answers.
Can you imagine Sam showing up at Apple Park with this huge sign? Tim, I want answers.
I like, please give clarity on the crash feature.
Please give clarity, yeah.
No, now I'm mad. Now I want to go back and like do something faster and see if we can find
Sam,
the threshold.
You don't need to. No,
please don't. Please don't.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Ohio, and you know what? My friends on the podcast said I didn't go far enough, so I'm gonna be in the car at 40 into a brick wall, because that's what John and Felix told me.
That's not what happened. No, that's not what we said. We didn't say you should do this.
Unless Apple gives me answers by tomorrow at midnight, I'm doing it. I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Can you imagine, though? The headlines would be crazy.
YouTuber dies testing car crash detection, bro. Because Apple didn't.
Mid-ransom.
I will send Apple PR an email and just ask about the threshold.
They're just going to send you the emoji that was just like straight face. Disappointed.
Look at that beautiful purple iPhone. Even when it's crashing, it looks great.
Yeah, flawless. Screen untouched.
Yeah, wait.
Entire car is destroyed.
They don't even show what it looks like to be in a severe car crash. That doesn't even look severe.
Okay, but Sam, it had been traveling on the road. This is another part of the criteria to consider. It had been traveling for a certain period of time at a certain mile per hour. So you guys were just okay, start and boom, crash. This thing had clearly been traveling. I feel like the way you guys tested it, the phone didn't even have an ID. It didn't even have time to realize you were driving.
Yeah, and the iPhone is able to detect if you're driving. Like you can do like a setting. What's it called?
It's a safety
focus
feature,
mode
right?
and sleep
do not
mode.
disturb while driving.
Like there's a driving mode as well, and it goes on automatically. You don't have to pair it to your car. You don't have to do anything. It just detects if you're driving and puts it on. Like one question that I would have is: was the driving mode on the phone? Did it detect that the phone was driving, or was it like, no, they're goofing around on a field in Ohio?
No, but also I feel like on my own phone, like it doesn't detect it.
Yeah, you have to activate it first in order to see if it. You have to set up a driving setting and then it activates. Like with the basic settings, there is no driving mode. You have to activate that first and then it gets activated automatically when you're driving.
Okay, got you. Oh, well, here's a better look at crash detection from Apple. There. Can you guys show this video?
Oh, that's me. I do it.
I believe this is from the keynote.
You're not sharing it.
Press the button, John.
Yeah, he's not sharing it.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Do you know what sounds good right now? It's Captain D's. I haven't had Captain D's in forever.
What is that?
It's a fish fast food place. It's disgusting, but it sounds good. Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So here we go. We got lots of monitor. We got lots of people. You think these are actual people or you think these are actors? I always wonder.
That's definitely actors.
Okay, they pushed a button.
Severe actors. Traveling for a minute. There's a rollover. There's a proper rollover.
I am gonna clap back though. The car was completely stationary and had not been moving.
What? It drove and then
No, because you guys were saying you guys just stopped. The car was stopped and then you just went. That's exactly what Apple
That's exactly how your rollover test happened. The car was standing still and then you pulled it down the hill. This car in the video was driving for like at least 3 seconds straight.
And it flipped from the bottom up.
This is for the rollover. But I'm saying in general, like one of your criticisms were you guys were stationary and then just started you were saying the car wouldn't have known you were driving. Well, Apple's car was sitting still before they did this.
And then it started driving. What?
The only test we didn't do that for was the rollover.
Yeah, but that was the only one that you can even remotely
I'm gonna have an
severe.
aneurysm. I'm gonna have an aneurysm live on the show.
I would consider others severe as well. Now that's where we disagree on our definition of severe. But
beep boop boop bop bop clicky clicky clicky. The sounds of developers. That's the sound of a developer. Do you know why? Man. because developers are some of the most curious people, the first to explore newest tech, wanting to know how and why things work. It's like you go to Disneyland and you don't just care about the magic. You want to know how the magic works. That's why you should be using NewRelic. That's why so many new engineers use NewRelic. NewRelic gives you data about what you build and shows what's happening in your software lifecycle. It's a single place to see the data from your entire stack, so you don't have to look into 16 different tools and make those connections manually. NewRelic pinpoints issues down to the line of code so that you know why the problems are happening in the first place, so you can resolve them.
Oh my God, John! Can I say something?
Yeah. If only they had NewRelic for divorces, you know.
If only they could solve my relationship status. Unfortunately, NewRelic only offers the entire platform and 100 gigabytes of data per month free forever, which, is not the best deal I've ever heard. JK, that is literally the best deal I've ever heard.
The best one!
100 gigs of data per month free forever. That's insane. No credit card required. Oh my God.
But
John,
you have to do something special, Sam.
I got to sign up at NewRelic.com/genius. That's NEWRELIC.com/genius. NewRelic.com/genius. If you're a developer, if you're curious, if you need 100 gigabytes of data per month free forever, no credit card required, NewRelic.com/genius. Developer time.
You know what I think Apple should have done? I think they should have shown Sam a bunch of videos of crashes and just said, Sam, do you think it should go off here? And he just says yes or no, and then they roll the feature out. No testing. Just ask Sam.
So it would have been a good idea for Sam to be Apple CEO. He would have sitting there and said,
he did listen to the episode.
Yes, I did.
First act as CEO.
Crash everyone. It will crash your car for you to satisfy me and me alone.
Have crash detection turned on? Okay.
My heart grows a little
CarPlay
warmer every accident.
Into a tree just in order to make you happy.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Listen, I think the feature has potential. I just want to know more.
Okay, there's an October event coming up, everybody. Well, actually, no, never mind. I do want to talk about that. The October event has been revoked.
It has?
Did you actually read what Gurman said? Because I have a feeling that you might not have done the research, John.
Go on, Sam. I would love to hear your fucking bullshit now. Go ahead.
In his Power On newsletter, he said, I don't think that they will.
You can't. No, do not fall for his fucking horse shit. He does this stuff. He says things this way so that he can never be wrong.
His Apple Track score high.
So that either way you can say, I don't think you really listen. No, because when it doesn't happen, he's going to say, see, told you it wasn't happening. But if it does, he's like, oh, I just said I don't think.
No, this would be wrong if he says, I don't think one's happening. That's him saying there's not one. But if you read what he says, it wasn't. Listen, this is how people are misinterpreting. This was Gurman as an analyst saying there's not going to be an event. This was not Gurman saying, I have heard from a source.
Are you high? You think Gurman, he even said gearing up for in August 21st, he said they're gearing up for a second event. You think if he knew that an event would happen, analyst Gurman would say, I don't think so.
But that's what the email says.
How clever. That's not how it works. Okay. I cannot fight with Sam anymore on this episode, people.
Okay,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
There's a one aggressor on this podcast.
Sam, I can't with you, dude. I can't.
I'm going to read. Okay, before Felix goes, I just want to read exactly what Gurman said.
Okay.
I've been thinking a lot lately about Apple's remaining product releases for 2022. Here's what I believe is still highly likely to launch before the calendar turns in 2023. M2 and M2 Pro Mac Minis, M2 Pro and M2 Max 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pros, M2 11-inch and 12.9-inch iPad Pros. An update to the Apple TV setup box with an A14 chip and a RAM boost is also getting closer and could potentially launch this year, but I don't believe the revamped M2-based MacBook Pro will be released until 2023. None of these new products is a major departure for Apple. They'll get some improved specifications and a chip that was already announced at a formal event in June at WWDC 2022. That has me thinking, does Apple really have enough here to make it worth pulling together another highly polished launch event? It seems unlikely. Apple may ultimately end up feeling differently. But I think the company is more likely to he said, as of now, is more likely to release its remaining 22 things through press releases and updates to its website.
I think he didn't say anything at all there, to be honest. He was just
I think you're right.
Tiptoeing around.
But that's what I'm saying. He wasn't when he knew that there was an event happening on the September 8th, I believe he was the one to say it. He was like, I have heard from a source. So this is literally just him speculating.
Exactly.
So when everyone's saying there's not going to be an October event, that's not actually true. We know exactly today what we knew yesterday.
I am not going to entertain this. I'm not going to play Mark Gurman's reindeer games.
The October event isn't canceled. He's just, as a fan like we are, saying, "Oh, look."
I don't think it was canceled. I think it was never happening. If they would have filmed an event, we'd be getting it. But I don't think it was ever happening. Whatever he says closer to the time is the more accurate thing. I don't think it was ever happening. I think he just got the wrong information first, and now he's correcting it with more up-to-date information, which is fine.
So you think it will be happening as well? I think there's still a chance for that to happen.
Okay, I want an event to happen, but
the biggest bullshit that he said in the video, in his statement, was about the M2 Pro and M2 Max just being a more powerful iteration of the chip we already got. Because from all the rumors we've been hearing, that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be an M2 with more power. It's going to be the real M2. Like M2 is just the beefed up M1. It's still the same architecture. It's still the same manufacturing process. Okay, maybe a little bit updated, but still 5 nanometers. But if we're getting 4 nanometers or even 3, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Like, I think you cannot stand there and say, well, that's basically an M2 with a little bit more power. That's not what it is.
I agree. I think that's enough for an event.
I think so too, but
what, John? Say it! Say it!
In Mark Gurman's own fucky way, he says that there's no event. And if you're going to feed into, this is exactly why he words things the way he does, and I'm not playing these reindeer games with him, and I'm not playing the reindeer games with you. Okay?
But you still believe him. Like he just indicates that there's not an event, and you're like,
that's how he words things, because he's a fucker.
But you're still sure he's right. He's not even sure he's right, but you're sure he's right.
That's
like, what's going on?
Felix, he does this. He's clearly not mentally well. And I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
Truest thing you've said on the podcast so far.
Bro, we recorded this on a good day. John would be like, yeah, crash detection should have gone off.
Yeah, dude, if it was 9 p.m. or normal time, I would have been chill.
So it's my fault now. Okay, I get it.
Yes, thank you. And remember,
the real test.
I'm sorry.
The real test. I think Felix is a severe guest. I think that's the problem. I think the real test is he has to come on again, and if I have the same attitude and this is still as fiery, then we're
okay.
with
I
him.
stay up until 3 at night in order to be able to record with you at your regular time.
That's the truth.
I will pull an all-nighter for Genius Bar just to see.
Oh, thanks, Felix.
How John changes.
See, that's dedicated. He would have crashed the car all the way, Sam.
Without me in it.
No, with him in it.
No.
I would invite. Well, The Verge has said that they're going to do car crash detection in a video, so I'm sure they will have the budgets and resources to just show us up.
But you will be first.
We'll be second because TechRex beat us.
Does he ever count, really?
But how does it go up in TechRex's video? It was the same.
Oh my god!
No.
Please kill me. Okay.
You cannot say for sure that was the same speed. You can speculate on that being the same speed, but you can't.
We know that
he
didn't fake it.
Looking at the two videos side by side, it looks like they were the same speed. I believe we had gone faster sometimes. His impact looked very soft compared to the impacts in our video. Of course, he was there. So, maybe. So that's why I'm not like final judgment. I guess I'm just confused. We've said the same thing 400 times. I love the Apple Watch Ultra. We haven't even said a word about AirPods Pro 2.
I love them. I think they're
love
so
them.
cool.
You don't have those are the old ones.
No, I love them. Let me tell you about them.
Did you not get the
They
new
have
AirPods
mags.
Pro?
Yes, I ordered them.
MagSafe charging case, Sam, is revolutionary.
This
is cool.
This is MagSafe charging for the first time. I don't know if you know that.
I made a video about it. Yep, last year.
No, this is new, Sam. Okay, you don't know. You think you know all these things, but you don't know. You were too busy in Ohio testing cars. What do you know about this?
I want you to know the second that I get off this, I'm FaceTiming Luke, and he's gonna be a sad boy the rest of the day.
Why is he gonna be sad, dude? What is there to be sad about? You still made a fucking banger video. I don't understand.
Because he was expecting the video to go over well, and I think that you guys are right in a lot of cases. You know, we disagree on some points, but I'm
not an Apple stand. There's gonna be a lot of Apple stands watching this video.
Actually, no. Luke's audience is pretty.
It's gonna, it's gonna expand. The purpose of this video is to expand past his audience, and it's gonna hit them. It's gonna hit that little, not that little. It's gonna hit that big section of sharks. All right, there's gonna be blood in the water.
Yeah, that's what I'm just gonna tell Luke to be ready.
They're coming.
God, I'm so glad I just did mine about durability testing the watch.
Yeah,
I am in Luke's entire video.
Well, you did the durability test. Can I try again? You did the durability testing on the watch, and the watch is legit. Like you can't break it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Did you severely test the watch and it passed?
I am gonna hit it against some concrete later. Is the final part of my video to see what happens. But I have a feeling it's not gonna break because of the lip. But I want to test that hypothesis.
Felix, favorite Apple product of the year before we go.
Yeah. What's your guys'?
That's hard to say. That's really hard to say. I would personally probably say iPhone 14 Pro.
Really?
But that's only because I'm always very curious about when they change fundamental things about their products.
I'm kidding.
It's because I'm always curious if they change fundamental things. And they've not just been part of the iPhones ever since the iPhone 10.
Mm-hmm.
And they have had it all the time, and now they changed it. And they probably keep this change for the next 3 to 4 years. Like the dynamic island is here to stay if you like it or not. So I'm just very interested in the iPhone 14 Pro because I think it's a glimpse of the future of how iPhones are going to be.
So that's a follow-up for you.
Yeah.
First of all, I think everything you said is valid. I'm just curious because we have two people on the show, I think with a different opinion on the 14 Pro. See, I also think the 14 Pro is a big upgrade. And I'm just curious, John, what were your thoughts on the 14 Pro again?
I can't. You did a review, right?
Yeah, I did a not review.
Of course.
I love the phone. I think it's amazing. I don't think it's the best product of the year. And I also don't think it's a huge upgrade from the 12 Pro, the 13 Pro. I agree with you. Dynamic Island changes the way you use your phone. I love how fluid it is. But if that's the only feature that people are wanting, just wait till next year because it's coming down to the cheaper phones and you'll have it. Boom.
Yeah.
I think the rest of the package just isn't worth upgrading from your 12 Pro or 13
The kicker is, in Germany, the iPhones all got a huge price increase because the euro is pretty weak right now. The iPhone 14 Pro got 200 euros more expensive. That's like a huge price jump. And the thing is, like the 13 Pro is still out on the market. You can buy it on Amazon for way cheaper than Apple is offering it.
Uh-huh.
So you're paying like 300 euros more for the 14 Pro Max compared to the 13 Pro Max. And everybody's like, what's going on? I'm not paying 300 euros extra for this. And I totally agree. Like that really blew the whole upgrade thing. But if you look at the phone by itself, I think it's a cool upgrade. Like they changed a lot of things in the life.
That's it. You know, no screaming. So why do I get yelled at? But when you guys disagree, it's just like, oh, okay, buddy.
Because we can have a civil conversation.
And my the thing is, one thing I'm actually pissed about.
Oh, here we go. Oh shit, we finally got him.
Pissed about is that the fucking iPhone 14 Pro did not get the improved inside construction of the phone. Like the 14 got a better construction. You can change the back glass of the iPhone 14 now without changing the whole phone. That was never possible on an iPhone before. But they didn't do it for the Pro. Like they had the time to redesign the whole casing, like the whole structure of the iPhone 14 to make it more repairable. But with their more expensive, more Pro phone, they couldn't be bothered to do that?
Wow.
What's going on?
I'm with you there.
I agree.
Oh, look. We all agree. Yes. Sam, do you have the applause?
No, I don't.
No. It finally happened.
I can't find it.
This was the climax.
This is all I can find.
You know what I love about Felix? He comes on this episode. Oh, I've never met Felix before. Have you met him before, other than the Apple event?
No, that was the only time.
That's what I'm saying. And he just fit right in like a normal guest or like a normal co-host.
Are you saying that because he's German?
No.
Why would he not fit in? Why would he not fit in, John? Why would he not be like the rest of us, John?
May I continue?
Is it because he's not an American?
May I continue?
That's disgusting. I'm sorry. That's just really offensive.
May I continue?
You don't get to disparage Felix. Only I do.
Well, usually when a guest comes on, especially if we haven't met them before, it's a little weird. We kind of got to like dip our toes in the guest water and like figure it out. But right away, I was like, hey, Felix, what's up? And we jumped right into this, and he's great. He fits right in. There was no awkward point of this podcast other than Sam.
What?
We have to tell Felix.
Oh yeah!
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the episode.
I survived.
Your reward is that you get to tell people where to find you.
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube or on Instagram. It's all in German though. Like the Instagram pictures obviously don't have any language, but at Felix Bar on Instagram.
Yeah,
Felix Bar on YouTube. Like if you speak a little German or you just want to see cool shots of cool products.
Felix is amazing.
Take a look at my videos.
Felix is like, for the audience, is like the picture book for everything.
He's very kind. He's a very good person, and I appreciate, even though he was.
I'm just being honest. I can't do no.
I still have a special place in my heart.
My favorite guest, Felix, was the best. He just showed up and he fit right in.
Even better than Luke Miani? Oh, that's so good.
Wow. Well, yeah, Luke Miani's career is done, according to you guys. So I'm just glad I got the
Luke who?
He'll be on next week to talk about the Fallout, I have a feeling.
We should have Luke on next week. We'll get spicy.
Guys, we'll see you later.
I'm going to jump off of a cliff or have someone roll me off gently.
Yeah, slowly.
Don't worry, your iPhone. It won't work. It won't work if you're not going. If you're not driving.
No, I don't want crash detection. I don't want anyone to find me.
256 G's. Oh, it won't work if you're an Android user.